race number 2 of the season. Took place here at the Utica Rome Speedway, which was won by Erick Rudolph. Race number 3 was picked up at Lebanon Valley by J.R. Hefner. This is race number 4 of 8 on the series, as the field works its way down the back straightaway. Up off of turn number 4. They're going to make their way into turn number 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, a shower of small block power about to send a shockwave on the action track in the east. It's the green flag. Oh, yeah.
Field takes it up into turns number 1 and 2. And it's Erick Rudolph to the top spot. Then the battle is on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th as they work off the corner number 2 down the backstretch for the first time. Everybody's shaking things out. A little bit of problems there on the backstretch, but everybody worked it out. We're good. We're green off of corner number 4. Erick Rudolph, your leader.
Rudolph, your leader, Mike Mahaney and Allison, Ricci doing battle for the number 2 spot as they work their way up through turn number 1 and 2 for position. Here's Ricci trying to make the move. She'll keep the number 2 spot away. Here's Matt Sheppard. And the implement tire goes to 17 of Reckner down on the inside lane. He'll come to a stop, and yellow is out onto the speedway. A tough break. A tough break for the driver of the 17, and I'll tell you what, on this King of Dirt Tour in 2017, if Elmo didn't have any bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. As he gets into the implement tire just off of turn number 2, and that will bring out the caution for the first time here in this event, just 1 lap into the books. Turn number 4.
73, 37, 7S, 3D. 34.
As he comes down the front straightaway, we're going to look at how the damage is on that Wendy-sponsored number 17 machine. It's probably not that bad. He's going to send a pit side.
That's going to reach, Erick.
Up off of just before turn number 3, that is. So Erick Rudolph and Mike Mahaney back at the front of the field. Going to bring their way through turn number 3 and 4. They will fire together up off the corner as green flag coming back out on the speedway. 1 in the books, 34 left to go. We're back in the green.
So Rudolph, Mahaney, they'll dice it up into turn number 1. Mahaney goes to the outside, tries to drive down the bank to stay with Rudolph, but Rudolph 3-car lengths instantly on Mahaney. Then you've got Allison, Ricci there for 3rd, Mueller. And now Alan Johnson getting her wound up. Alan Johnson works the high side through turn 3. Now they'll work it off the top of turn number 4. 3 wide down the front stretch with Sheppard and Mueller right there in front of Alan Johnson.
They'll battle it up into turn number 1 and 2 this time. Johnson continuing to work up on the top side. Alan Johnson, that is, as they power up off of turn number 2. Sheppard will get that spot away. Now Marc Johnson and Mike Maresca going to go 3 wide when they just slide ways up through turn number 3 and 4. Marc Johnson, no surprises, up off the bottom on the corner as they come down to click off lap number 3. They'll both get by Maresca.
So a good battle back between the Johnsons. Marc Johnson on the inside, Alan Johnson on the outside. They'll work side by side through turns 1 and 2. And Alan Johnson, he is on the move on the top side of the speedway as he gets around Marc Johnson. Marc Johnson, though, dives back low on Alan Johnson. So it's Marc Johnson, Alan Johnson, and Alan Johnson is off the base.
Trouble on the 14J up off at turn number 4 as he is going to... looks like come to a stop. There he is. Up off the corner, and that's going to bring yellow out of the speedway. 4 laps into the books here in this one. And I got an interesting one for you.
Okay.
Rocky Warrior's started 20th. He's up to 11th.
Not too shabby here in a rare modified start.
Maresca and Stratton. RD3 and Brian Gleason with a top 10 run going right now on that BBL Company's car number 3G machine. But anyway, pace car going to move into the infield. Rudolph and Mahaney going to look to refire up off of turn number 3 and 4. 31 left to go. We're back underway.
55.
Rudolph gets back on the hammer. And here comes Matt Sheppard looking for the clean sweep. That'd be a good night. As he looks to the inside of Mahaney for second, but Mahaney has other ideas. He passes him back on the top side. And Allison, Ricci, and now, we've got ourselves the old-fashioned parking lot.
Oh, boy. Matty D involved in there. Michael Sabia involved in there. Rocky Warner involved in there.
I can't see who else.
I'm going to go with... from a distance.
Kevin Poitras?
Yeah, that actually... No joke, I know he's not in the field. That looks like that could be Brett Hurd from here.
Yeah, and who's backing up towards us here? Is that Elmo?
That is Elmo.
Okay.
No joke, though, the way Poitras' paint job is... I thought it was the next 20.
Yeah, it does have that quick appearance. I've seen Kevin Poitras a lot lately. Saw him Thursday night at Cornwall.
How was that event?
That was an awesome race.
As we remain under caution here, 4 laps in the books.
You know what's coming up? Yeah. Are you excited about it? You gonna go this year? Could be the best Super Derby ever.
So still 31 to go as they clear away the damaged race cars over there in turn 1. Looks like Lonzie hooking up to Michael Sabia's 7S. I've seen a couple of these this week. I saw one on Friday night at Brewerton too at the start.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw a picture of that one. Not a little wild.
Yeah, that one took some time. Larry White ended up on top of Tim Kerr. Fortunately, nobody injured. Just some beat up race cars. Cars, buddy. We go double file. Then we have a caution on the same lap. Then we go single file.
That's what just happened.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're right.
I was going to say, I know for a fact that's the ESS restart rule.
In theory. But there's no cone, so it's not technically the same.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I really want to give modified guys a cone.
Alrighty, back to green. Off of corner number 4, Erick Rudolph, Mike Mahaney coming at you.
Up into turn number 1 and 2, Allison, Ricci, and Matt Sheppard make contact coming down the front stretch. As Sheppard tried to move to the inside, Ricci kind of came down on him up off the corner. Mike Maresca and Marc Johnson go together, cars together up on the corner, and Jack Lehner and...
Alan Johnson's back, Jerry.
I'm going to say Lance Willix and Dave Allen.
That started right to Lance Willix, just right in the middle of the corner, and whoop! Around he went.
Well, they go for 20,000 wins. So Alan Johnson, is he going to be good?
I do not believe I did not see any contact there on that one.
Wow. And running out the top 10.
Jerry, let's take a charge lap here.
Please just take 30 charge laps from
For Delaware.
Yeah. These guys are horrible.
Up off of turn number 3 and 4, green flag back out onto the speedway. Rudolph going to reassume control as they bring him down the front stretch.
So Rudolph hasn't been challenged to this point, but it's only 4 laps into this 35-lapper for the King of Air 358s. And look at Mike Maresca going to the middle. Works on by the 3J of Marc Johnson. Now he'll work on the 19 of Jessey Mueller. So Maresca, the St. Lawrence Radiology, car number 7MM, working off of corner number 4. But if he can get it done, he is just about inside the top 5 now as he battles with Mueller, and now we are in caution again. And it looks like the 1J Rocky Warner off the top side of the speedway in turns 3 and 4.
Yep, Rocky Warner up off the banking, and he's going to go.
My radio doesn't work well.
Oh, it doesn't work with the driver's channel?
No. Yes. Oh, that one, yes.
I was going to say,
yes.
Yeah,
all right. Drivers line up.
So yellow's still out onto the speedway.
it's not on.
Green coming for Erick Rudolph. Nose to tail. At the barrel in turn number 4, we're back underway. Let's see if we can get a rhythm. Come on, guys. You can do it.
Matt Sheppard going to make a move on Mahaney up through turn number 1 and 2, and there goes Maresca. Maresca going around up off a turn number in between turn number 1 and 2, and that brings yellow back out onto the speedway again.
White flag coming. We're going to try it again quickly.
We're going to stay single file, it looks like, as well.
As we, yeah.
73.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Field going to work its way down off of turn number 3 and 4. Green flag back out onto the Speedway. Sheppard going to go back to the top shelf, see if he can find something. Mahaney going to block him up there, turn number 1 and 2.
So through the corners now and up on the top side, Mahaney trying to get a run on Rudolph onto the backstretch. And not going to do it so far, but he'll go to the high side. Sheppard, he'll work it down low. Then it's Ricci and now Marc Johnson on the charge. Johnson on the outside of Jessey Mueller as they swing it off of 4.
Down the front straightaway they go. The top 3 right. Here's Marc Johnson up on the outside lane trying to get by Jessey Mueller as they work their way side by side up through the corner. And now down the back straightaway. Mike Mahaney on the outside is taking the race lead away from Erick Rudolph as they work their way neck and neck up off of turn number 3 and 4. Coming to the line. 7 in the book. Score it for Mike Mahaney.
So Mahaney, the Bus Shoe Chevrolet, Fox Racing Shocks 88. He is just simply blasting the cushion. There's a nice berm there going into turn number 1. Mahaney working it over. Rudolph now falls back and he is losing ground to Mahaney, and now he'll try the high side of the Speedway. That opens the door for the Crash Palace number 14 of Super Matt Sheppard on the bottom of the Speedway. Sheppard to the inside. Rudolph still there, able to hold them off.
Rudolph cuts down on the inside lane, trying to hold him off. Now we got a 3-car battle for the number 4 spot right behind them as Allison Ricci has the spot. Jessey Mueller and Marc Johnson both want it right behind them as Mahaney continues to power his way up on the outside. Erick Rudolph sees that. He's going to move to the outside lane as well and try to run down your race leader here as lap number 9 goes up on the board.
So now we're clicking them off here. Your top 3 cars have pulled away. The race for 4th, though, a good one, as Allison Ricci right now so far been able to hold off the 19 of Jessey Mueller and the 3J of Marc Johnson. And look at Jeremy Wilder in the 22. Wilder now has gotten by the Stratton 87. He is closing in on this race for the 4th spot. So he's looking to make it a 4-car battle for spot number 4 at the front 10. And it's still, upside down, the 19 of Jessey Mueller. And he rolls, he comes back down on all 4s. And red lights will come on. Well, Jessey Mueller doesn't need a tow truck. He is driving away. How about that?
Can I do the lineup?
And it looks like he is going to go to the pits quickly. There's some damage to the left side.
He's only the 2nd driver I've seen go up and over and drive the car away.
Who was the other one?
Stuart Friesen in 2004.
Here.
Yeah. Flipped the car back over, got out, flipped it back over, drove it back into the pits, and came back out and finished the race.
Yep. So that was impressive. The safety vehicles are going to try to...
We're having fun at the end of the day. That's all.
Hey, that's right. That's why we're here.
All right. Goes to the final restart. 9 laps in the books. 24 laps, and Jessey Mueller's back out on the racetrack.
How about it?
Green flag back out on the Speedway. Erick Rudolph going to try something here. Oh, Mahaney almost took out the front end of Rudolph coming across the turn number 1. Woo!
That was impressive, and now Mahaney washes out a little bit off the turn, and now here comes Rudolph back to the inside. Side by side, they take it down into turn number 3, and that's a good old-fashioned slider by Erick Rudolph. Mahaney tries to turn back underneath him, can't get it done.
Erick Rudolph back to the front of the field, but the driver to keep an eye on right now is that Riley's Mortuary, car number 22 at Jeremy Wilder. He's up to the number 4 spot, and Mahaney may not be in danger of losing 1 spot because here comes Matt Sheppard right behind him as well.
Mahaney coming back at it, though, on the inside, trying to hang with the 25 of Rudolph. Rudolph goes high and keeps him at bay, so Mahaney falls in line in 2nd. Sheppard there, then it's Wilder up to spot number 4, and he's working an interesting line. He's bouncing it up off the cushion and driving down the bank. And then Allison Ricci, great run for her, holding inside the top 5 with the Helmar International number 55.
Field going to work its way up off of turn number 4 this time. 12 laps will be completed. Erick Rudolph back at the front. Mike Mahaney second. Matt Sheppard third. Wilder fourth. Ricky fifth. And it's Marc Johnson, Neil Stratton, Ronnie is the third. Bobby Varin. And now up in the number 10 spot is the 3D of Matt DeLorenzo.
So Matt DeLorenzo working his way back up through as he battles with teammate Brian Gleason on the backstretch. The black car on the bottom, that's Brian Gleason. The blue and red one on the top side, that's going to be Matt DeLorenzo. That's for you, Mike.
Thank you.
As they work their way off the west end, DeLorenzo's going to have that spot and drive away from Gleason here on the front stretch.
Battle for the number 5 spot up in turn number 2 as Allison, Ricci, and Marc Johnson work strong down the backstretch. The 3J just can't clear the 55 machine as Johnson uncharacteristically up on the outside of the racetrack this time as they come down the front stretch at the line. Marc Johnson finally getting into the top 5, getting by Ricky.
Yeah, so Johnson really had to work for that to get by Allison Ricky, but she'll fall back one spot. And now she drifts up off the bottom of the speedway and works it down the backstretch. Whoa, Mahaney over the cushion. Mike Mahaney, the Buzz Shoe 88 off the berm over there in turn 3. He didn't lose too much ground, but he does lose the runner-up spot to the 14 of Matt Sheppard.
So Sheppard up into the number 2 spot now. Mahaney going to go back up to work on the top side as the top 5 rides off the corner. And the way that Jeremy Wilder is diamonding off of turn number 2, he's starting to catch Mahaney already, as hard as that may be to believe.
Yeah, Jeremy Wilder's got the 22 rolling, and he works off the bottom of that number 4 corner as he tries to track down your top 3. Then it's a distance back to the 3J of Marc Johnson. And then Ricky's still 6th, Stratton 7th. 8th will be Ronnie Davis the 3rd. 9th right now is Bobby Varin, and DeLorenzo rounds out the top 10. Mike Maresca now back up to 11th after spinning moments ago to bring out a yellow here early on in the main event. As we approach halfway, though, it is still Erick Rudolph out in front.
Rudolph out in front, but we have a factor we haven't seen all night yet tonight. Slower traffic right in front of the leaders. Rudolph can see the back bumper of the 19 of Jessey Mueller as they bring him down through 3 and 4. And Sheppard might be in the catbird seat right now in that number 2 spot as they start to head into traffic.
So coming down the home stretch here at the halfway point, it's Rudolph, Sheppard, your top 2. Mahaney right now 3rd. Wilder 4th, then it's Marc Johnson in spot number 5. 6th will be Ricky. 7th, Stratton. 8th is Davis. 9th is Bobby Varin, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 3D of Matt DeLorenzo.
Field works down into turn number 3 and 4. Rudolph is now caught in the back of the field as he has Jessey Mueller in front of him. And Mueller's not going to go up a spot easily here, even if it is the race leader in front of him. As now Rudolph kind of gets slowed down a little bit. That's going to allow Matt Sheppard to pull right up on the back bumper. It's down to 2 car lengths down the back straightaway.
So Matt Sheppard working on Erick Rudolph right now. And again, the guy in second will tell you nearly 90% of the time in traffic, that is the catbird seat. That is the place you want to be because you can watch the leader, see what he's doing, and see him get hung up and make a change, make a move. But right now, Sheppard's the one being hung up as he can't get by the 19 of Jessey Mueller. He tried to tuck underneath him, but Mueller, no dice, wouldn't have any of it. So now Sheppard's got to go to the outside through 3 and 4.
Sheppard coming off the corner now as Rudolph has cleared the 7 of Michael Sabia going to work on Poitras as well up through turn number 1 and 2. And as this happens, it might allow Mahaney to close in a little bit of work in that top side because he doesn't have to worry about Mueller in front of him if Mueller stays on the bottom.
So Rudolph now goes outside the Poitras number 73 as he goes into 3 and 4. And now he tucks down to the inside. I believe it's Ricky Davis up on the outside. So Rudolph, whoa, contact here is Davis. I don't think he knew Rudolph was there. And he nearly came down on the front end of Erick Rudolph. Rudolph gets into the back bumper of Davis. Davis gets a little out of shape. Here comes Sheppard on the outside. 3 wide, they go down the backstretch. Side by side into turn 3 and 4. And we might have a new leader when they come off of corner number 4.
They dive down the front straightaway. New leader at the front. Super Matt Sheppard has gone to the number 1 spot as they power up into turn number 1 and 2. As Sheppard looking to get the sweep tonight, and now Mahaney really starting to push on the outside, but we got a battle for 4th as well as Marc Johnson and Jeremy Wilder side by side.
Yeah, Marc Johnson, the Electric City Taxi, car number 3J to the inside of the 22 of Jeremy Wilder. Wilder rolls a little up on the cushion, and through turn 4, it's going to be Wilder back around him in the JLS Trucking 22, so he gets by Marc Johnson. Johnson, though, hanging with him as they now get stuck in traffic. Back in the front, though, it is still the 14 Crash Palace of Matt Sheppard right now leading over the number 25 of Erick Rudolph. And as we work off at turn number 4, we have got 10 laps to go in this main event.
Lap traffic may still be a factor in this one as everybody's on the bottom. Sheppard's going to have to go to the top side as this is all said and done. Rudolph's going to follow him. Rudolph still may have the better car on the racetrack. And now third and fourth, or excuse me, fourth and fifth, closing in on Mahaney through turn number 3 and 4 this time.
Yeah, things getting a little hectic out there in the slower traffic. So can Matt Sheppard get it done? Rudolph inching closer here down the front straightaway. Sheppard dives to the bottom. Here comes Erick Rudolph. Rudolph going to work it up on the top side of the speedway, try to catch the cushion off of corner number 2 as he works along the outside of the number 88 of Dave Allen. Couldn't get it done that time, but now they both work the high side as they go to the west end.
Sheppard brings them up at turn number 4 this time as they bring down 8 laps remaining, and Sheppard's got 3 cars in front of him. If Rudolph's going to go, he sees it. He's got to go now, as Sheppard's going to have to make some moves up through turn number 1 and 2, and Rudolph may have some daylight as they bring him down the back straightaway.
So now some hectic traffic in front of the 14 of Sheppard as he's got Reckner and the 31 of Lance Willix right there, and the number 97 of Billy Shantel. They're all battling for position, but Sheppard, open lane up on the top side. He'll get by the 17 of Reckner and the 31 of Willix, and now he'll stay on the outside as he works off of corner number 2 to get by the 97 of Shantel on the back straightaway.
Matt Sheppard making it look easy, but Erick Rudolph right behind him as now Shantel racing for position right in front of Rudolph. He gets into Jack Mueller, but it's not going to affect the progress of the 25 off the corner just yet. But now Shantel trying to move back up to the top side, can't get it as Rudolph tries to make his way around them all.
And Matt Sheppard right now rolling on the bottom off of corner number 2. And whatever Sheppard has found to make his cars pick up that line, it worked in the big block modifieds, and now it's working as well here in the 358s as he brings it off at turn number 4. In about 10 car lengths back to the 25 of Rudolph as we've got 5 laps to go.
Super Matt Sheppard up at the front of the field in this one, about 10 or 15 car lengths, as Mike mentioned, between him and Erick Rudolph, and he's starting to open it up a little bit, but now that top line's going to go away as up off the corner he's got a car in there, and now this may be another spot where Rudolph could take the catbird seat on the outside lane here as time starts to run out.
So it's Sheppard and Rudolph. Rudolph, no cars between himself and the 14 of Sheppard, but Sheppard again about 10, maybe 12 car lengths out in front. He'll work the outside of the Meeks number 28. Also right there the 27S of Speedway as he battles with the 7 of Don Ronca. And Ronca, he is working that cushion. Sheppard now goes to the outside through turns number 1 and 2. Rudolph does the same. He pushes up with the Blue Cross Blue Shield car number 25, and Sheppard able to pull away on the backstretch. So Rudolph struggling in turns 1 and 2 now, 3 and 4. Let's see if he can make a run. Sheppard tries to go through the middle, 3 wide in traffic. Sheppard comes to the line with 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go in this one, and by no stretch is this over as Sheppard's got to try to make something work. He's got Haas up the middle as they try to go through. Sheppard's going to have to squeeze it, and he does get it with just a lap and a half to go.
Wow. Matt Sheppard, he just proved why he is one of the best in the Northeast. 3 wide in traffic. He made it work. 1 to go for Super Matt Sheppard.
Sheppard going to bring him down off at turn number 1 and 2 on the inside lane. Rudolph trying to chase him down as he looks to run out of time here before this one is all over. Final time down through turn number 3 and 4 for the first time in his career, and boy, he's rolling at anything he drives. King of Dirt small block modified feature of Super Matt Sheppard. Second will be Erick Rudolph. Third coming across the line will be the White Knight, Marc Johnson. Fourth, Mike Mahaney. And rounding out your top 5 will be Jeremy Wilder.
Wow. Finishing in spot number 6 is Ronnie Davis. 7th, Neil Stratton. 8th, Bobby Varin. 9th, Matt DeLorenzo. And Mike Maresca gets back into the top 10. So Super Matt sweeps the night here at the Utica Speedway. Getting it done. Whew. Tell you what.
You won't have a problem now putting a different car on the front page of the website.
He earned it.
Yeah, but I need a picture of it.
No doubt Matt Sheppard got it done.
Yeah, but I need a picture of
here in the Crash Palace.
I know.
Number 14, typically piloted by C.G. Morey. They hooked up last year at Super Dirt Week at Oswego. Didn't have the results they wanted, but tonight I think they found that result that they wanted as he comes out on top with this King of Dirt 358 modified main event. Erick Rudolph comes home in the number 2 spot. Marc Johnson completes the podium here with the number 3J. And Mike Warren, you have made your way down trackside, and I'll send it down to you.
Well, thank you, Mike. The Crash Palace Collision Center, car number 14, 40th career win here at the Utica Rome Speedway. First career win on the King of Dirt Tour. Super Matt Sheppard picking up a big win here tonight in that CG Mori car number 14 machine. Gonna get a quick word with Matt out here, and seems like anything he gets in, he's winning it as he gets out of the car. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Super Matt Sheppard. Matt, you definitely had to work for that one in lap traffic, as it was never over until that checkered flag flew.
No, you know, that was it was pretty racy out there. You know, the top, bottom, middle. You know, these small blocks, you just gotta, you know, run them to death out there the whole race. And really can't thank CG enough. I had zero plans of running this race tonight, and I was actually home mowing my lawn about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And he's like, "Hey, are you running tonight?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, you can drive my car if you want." So here we are.
A big win for you out there. Now talk about the pass for the lead. It seemed just in lap traffic you had the right move to get by Erick.
Yeah, you know, Erick was really good out there. He just got jammed up behind a lap car, and I was in the right place at the right time. Was able to, you know, sneak around him and the lap car, and you know, after that we thought we were pretty decent, but you know, lap traffic was pretty hairy.
Now I know you got a lot of people you'd like to thank, and I know CG's smile that's gonna be on his face all the way back to Pittsford. But a big win for you guys and the team.
Yeah, I got to thank obviously CG and his crew guy Matt. They busted their butt on this car, and you know, gave me the opportunity to drive it tonight. All my crew, this thing says Crash Palace on it, I think, and Maury Motors, Bicknell Race Cars, Integra Racing Shocks. Just you know, really thankful that he put me in the car tonight.
All right, Matt, congratulations on the win. Super Matt Sheppard, the winner of tonight's King of Dirt Small Block Modified Feature event. We're going to step over and talk to our second place finisher, Erick Rudolph. Erick, that's a tough one, just kind of getting jammed up in lap traffic in that one, but it's still a good second place run for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We you know, just kind of caught lap traffic quicker than I anticipated. Didn't really, you know what to do with him. I was closing up on him so fast, and then Matt slipped by me. We were comparable speed. Maybe if I got through lap traffic a little bit better, it would be a little bit different finish.
Now, both times you were here, you were one of the fastest cars on the racetrack, and I'll tell you, this small block you got is pretty hooked up.
Oh yeah, you know, it's been a work in progress this year, but for whatever reason we show up here, and it's really you know, a dream to drive. You know, hats off to the winner, and you know, third place here. You know, glad to be back here at Utica Rome. Looking forward to Super Dirt Week. We'll have this car right here.
All right, Erick, congratulations. Erick Rudolph, our second place finisher here tonight. One more guy I got to get a quick word with as he walks around, and I know quick word with him is usually something that happens. Marc Johnson, great run out there for you tonight, you know, coming up on that inside lane as you usually do.
Yeah, it was good. The track was really good, and it was a good night, and it's in one piece, so I'm happy.
And you're increasing the point lead as well, and you got to have a lot of people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank everybody that helped me out getting here, Boss Mechanical, Apples, and just the whole crew, Dave, John, everybody that came up and helped. I got to thank them.
All right, Marc, congratulations. The white knight, Marc Johnson, coming home in third tonight. That'll do it down here in Victory Lane. We're going to send it back up to Mike and Bill one last time.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That wraps up the show.